Singapore. Can you tell us about Helios Terminal on Jurong Island?
Sure.
And what are your expansion plans for this terminal?
Well, Helios has been a tremendous success for us here on Jurong Island. Obviously, we brought that online in January of, well, we actually opened it, I believe, in January of this year. We delayed the opening, obviously, with the tragic death of my predecessor and founder, Bob Chandler. Helios has been a flagship project for us. It is fully operational. All of the jetties and berths are operational. The tank construction is completed. At this point in time, we don't have any firm plans for expansion of the terminal. There is land that we are interested in, and we're in talking to the land authorities about, but we haven't got any confirmations that we could proceed with anything other than what we have. But we're delighted to have that. It's been a tremendous investment for the company. As you know, a third of it is leased out to Petrobras. And I believe that they're happy with the operations also. So we're very pleased with the Singapore operation.
Last question. How has the current credit crisis affected the bunker market and Chemoil?
Well, I think both the shipping and the bunker markets of the world are fundamentally credit markets. The freezing of the credit markets will have a ripple effect in our industry. But because our industries tend to be very capital intensive, and other ship owners have two drivers. One is their freight rates, and the other is their capital cost. Capital costs drive their new construction projects and the growth in the world fleets. Those will have slow effects because those capital projects tend to run out multi-years. The freight rates, we're already beginning to see the freight rates in the world, and particularly in container ships, weaken. That said, I think our customer base has had an unprecedented 10 years of growth and prosperity, and I think most of the strong shipping companies have positioned them pretty well on a cash basis to weather a storm. Obviously, the big question is how deep and how long will this cycle last? And that's really the question nobody has the answer to right now. From Chemoil's perspective, there's both good and bad news here. I mean, the good news is that the overall energy price platform has dropped from $150 a barrel down to $80 a barrel. That has basically, for us, reduced our working capital requirements by 50%. So from our perspective, even though there is a tightening in the world financial structures, we think we are very, very well positioned to weather that certainly at the current levels that we're seeing in the marketplace. Our customer base obviously is a credit customer base, and when you look at our short-term debt structure, it's also securitized receivables and inventory. Those type of loan agreements tend to be long-term agreements, and the banks that we have those with are fundamentally sound banks, and we're very fortunate that our long-term banking partners have been some of the strongest survivors here through this. So we're actually feeling pretty good about where we see ourselves in this.
Well, thank you, Mr. Bandy, for this interview.
Thank you.